This will be one of the best games on the Solana blockchain, and I'm going to show you exactly why. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today, real treat for you. I'm Savage Santi. Let's freaking go. The best game coming to Solana is already out. It's already doing extremely well. In this video, I'm going to show you how it's performing on Alcor. How is the current in-game token doing? Why is it doing so well? I will explain that. And what's coming for Solana, because this game will be on 2 chains and it's going to be absolutely massive. So if you missed this because you didn't watch the video, someone didn't share it with you, I don't know what to say. Anyways, stick around to the end. I promise you this is going to be some great information if you haven't heard about this game before, and we will have plenty of links down below where you can find out some more information for yourself. Do your own research. This is a game first. None of this is financial advice. It is seriously a game first. Now, we're talking about MillionOnMars. Okay, their current in-game token is DUSK. Now, right now, it is currently May 18th. Okay, and this token is doing really well. We know, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but yes, we are in a bear trend, a bear market right now. But this game don't care. DUSK don't care. It is more stable than Luna, okay? It is on a tear. So let's rewind. Let's go back. Now this is months. This game started around, as best I can tell, at least that's where the chart stops, is December 10th, okay? Game came out. Token's a little cattywampus. Finds a bottom. Starts to trend up. Now, let's hop over into February. And it's up. It's up. It's up. It's up. It is stable. March found a ton of stability. It just played in the same range for a long time, all the way through April. At the end of April is about where I got in, and the game has just been taken off. You're welcome. That's probably thanks to me. In my videos, this is not sponsored, by the way. I have applied for partnership. I don't know what they're looking for, but hopefully they're looking for me, just to be honest. But the game is tearing up. It is going tearing up. The game is trending up. The DUSK, the token, is trending up. And along the way, it is not only going up, but it's also finding points of stability too. And I think that's really healthy, is when you not just make a huge green candlestick, but when you go up, come down a little bit, and then play around in a range. I like that. There's a lot of support and resistance. There is between the buyers and sellers, there usually is a healthy amount. We love people who are doing either one. Like, it's just how things work. But at the moment, the game is just trending up with their in-game token, DUSK. This is the only in-game token right now. Now, Solana, when this game goes over to Solana, it's going to have its own in-game token. Now, the way they manage this DUSK token should be an indicator of how well they're going to manage the Solana token. Now, I didn't name it, but the Solana token is called Glitter, okay? You know, say what you want. I prefer the DUSK name. It's a little more manly. So maybe, anyway, Glitter's coming to Solana. You're going to be able to play this game on the Solana network. Now let's talk about why is the game doing so well through the bear market? Because even good games, other good games, are down right now. Just because a game is down doesn't mean it's a bad game, okay? But this game is trending up, is finding stability in nice areas for long periods of time. Very stable. That's from what? April 25th all the way through like early March. Like, that's a long time to be stable in a bear market. So why is the game so good? Why is the token so good? Okay, I'm gonna say number one. This is not in any order. One of the reasons, the in-game marketplace, you can buy just about any in-game building on the game. So if you're earning in this game, you don't have to withdraw, which creates sell pressure, and then go ahead and buy a building from a secondhand market like Atomic Hub or Nifty Blocks. Okay? You can just keep everything you earn in game and keep progressing in game and not touch the chain for a long time. So that is a huge reduction in sell pressure just right there, because everything is available within the game. The second reason, now real quick, I'm not going to rant about it, but the game is simple or complex. You can choose. Okay, you can choose. And it's only complex until you know what's going on. But let's just take real quick. You can charge solar panels. Okay? And this is part of why it's so good. Why the game is has such a good token value is there's a lot of stuff that you can do. And it's up to you. But for me, I wanted solar. And I wanted to upgrade my solar. So I did. I upgraded my solar to level 5. Some of these buildings have different levels currently, but I'm working on all of them. Now, instead of pulling my money out, instead of pulling DUSK out for wax, I'm just playing the game. And I'm happy doing it. For the main reason, I didn't put any more that I'm afraid to lose. So I'm cool either way. And for the other reason is the token you saw the token. It's stable. It's trending up. I have little worry about what's going on with the token value. So I'm comfortable progressing in the game. And there's a ton to do. There's an absolute ton to do. You can have solar. You can have mining rigs. Okay. You can have a coffee setup. You want to sell coffee on Mars? Go for it. You can do that. Okay. You want to just be the solar guy, the solar god, and just be charging solar and selling batteries? You can do that. You want to have mining rigs selling ice? Maybe you're filtering the water and you're filtering that ice and selling that water. Okay, maybe you have a greenhouse and you're growing food and you're doing other things with it, whatever. There's all kinds of things you can do. This isn't even half of it. There's a chemistry route where you can do different things. You can produce PVC, and this is just going to sound foreign to you if you haven't played this game. But it can be simple, you can be complex. There's a ton of buildings, a ton of things that you can do. There's small loops where you just have like one thing, you do that one thing, sell that one thing, or you can have multiple loops where you do this. Okay, then you take that, then you put it into this other building, and you just keep on going. You just may have this massive loop, and then you just sell at the end for this, for this awesome profit within the game. This is all possible within the game. You can have small loops of operation, or you can have large loops of operation. You can upgrade your buildings, or you don't have to. There's tons of things to do, and that's one of the other reasons why the token does so well. I think another reason why the game does so well is that they don't flood the market with their packs. They do have pack sales every week, but very small quantities. In some cases, you're talking 20 packs. Sometimes you're talking 50 quantities. They don't restock them all the time. They might switch out and put in some different ones. They kind of dynamically adjust where they need to on those packs, it seems like. Another thing, too, even though the token is stable and trending up, what changes sometimes is the open market. Sometimes coffee is worth a whole bunch, and sometimes it goes down a little bit, sometimes other things sell for more. It just, the fluctuations happen within the game. Like, let's say coffee is the best, right? If coffee is the best and everyone starts doing coffee, guess what? There's going to be an oversupply, and that market will be a little less profitable. So it's good to do other things. Like, I would consider going other routes. The game has a lot of appeal in the game. There's a lot less sell pressure because you can buy everything in game, which means you're more likely to also buy DUSK and just purchase your buildings with DUSK instead of buying them on the secondhand market. So, and I would do both. If you're jumping into the game, have some, let's say wax. So you have some wax, get some on the secondhand market because it's just quicker. and then get some buildings from within the game, because that is healthier for the token, and it's cheaper. It's cheaper to buy these buildings in game, sometimes 10%, sometimes 40% off, just because it's just easier and better overall to buy and sell in game. So, and you don't have that sales tax. So it's great. The market is great. It's a great idea. And another reason why the game does so well is there is a little bit of a lockout period. I forget what it is. I think it might be on a new accounts, maybe 1 to 2 weeks. You'd have to double check. However, that is a great thing. Now, what is coming to Solana? Let's talk about that. Okay. Martisans is going to be the first thing to buy on Solana. What the Martisan will do in game is it will help do some tasks for you. In a way, it's going to provide some automation. I don't know how much automation, but it's going to provide some. Maybe there's a benefit to having just one. Maybe there's a benefit to having multiple, okay, for different tasks. I don't quite know yet. Now, here's what I do know is you'll be able to buy these Martisans on a pre-order thing with Solana. And they're going to have different rarities, and each rarity will receive some glitter and some dusk. Okay? And it's around a certain value that they're trying to peg that to. And you can see the values here. I'm going to link this chart below so you can see for yourself. And what's going to be great, not only will you receive some glitter and some dusk, that amount that you receive is going to be locked into a time release. So everyone who buys all these Martisans can't just dump the market. And I know that's what we want to do, right? We want to buy one and then just sell and just make that money back. Well, guess what? You know what that does. That's what pump and dump games do. This is not a pump and dump game. So you have a little bit of a lockout period, 7 days for dusk, not bad. Okay, I don't want to hear anyone complaining about 7-day lockout. Okay, on glitter, 30 days. And the reason for that is it's a brand new coin for the game, and it's going to be like, consider it a baby. It's going to be fresh. So that 30-day lockout is just to help ensure that it goes smoothly and things can progress where we want them to go. We want things to go up. We want things to stay stable. I choose those two things over going down. So there's a 30-day lockout in glitter. Okay. Again, don't want to hear you cry about it. Let's go. Now, here's what I think the best thing is right here. The crew, the team, the people who deserve a lot of these tokens. Okay. 24% they get, which is a lot. But big but here. They're locked out for 12 months. For 12 months, they're locked out. And then, to top that off, there's a gradual release up to 5 years, which is 60 months. That is massive. That is huge. So when they give us a 7-day lockout, don't complain. When they give us a 30-day glitter lockout, don't complain. Because they're doing the same thing or better. This is what good leaders do, okay? They're leading by example, and they are locking themselves out for a year and then a slow release up to 5 years. Can you imagine waiting that long? These guys are thinking in the future. They have a nice roadmap. They update almost every week. And some of these updates are huge, massive. And to be honest, you might not like every update, but every update is to help the game for the better of the game. Okay? You just have to see it from their side. Now, they are working on their communication. They communicate well, but sometimes they'll update and forget to kind of tell you what's coming. They're working on that. They talked about that in the recent AMA. They're going to be giving us heads up and doing a better job of that. So I look forward to that. So now you saw the token. I told you why the token is doing so well. I showed you what's coming. You got Martisans coming on Solana, and you have the Solana Founders Pack, which is coming, It is about $1,000. I'm gonna try to save for one myself. I don't know if I'll be able to. Just being honest, like I'm gonna try, but that is a hard thing for me to do. It's harder for me to do that than a lesser amount, but it's gonna be packed full of goodies. Like I'm talking a lot of goodies. Okay, so you're getting like Martisan or two. I don't know how many. You're getting some other things. You also get like you also get airdrops, things like that. I believe you also get I think a certain amount of glitter, all kinds of things. But really, what you want to do is jump in their Discord and find out all this sweet information. You can even start playing the game now if you want to play on Wax and just start playing now, because you're going to be able to play on Solana seamlessly because the game is played off chain mostly. And once the Solana part is activated, it's basically for importing more tokens or withdrawing tokens, which can be done at any time. So you can start playing now and front run your friends on Solana or bring them with. The game is great. There's multiple Solana things coming, multiple Solana packs. You got the Martisans, you got the Solana Glitter Founder pack coming. I'm sure they'll also sell like actual packs, like your building packs and things on Solana as well. I don't know for sure, but I'd imagine that's the case because they currently do that on Wax. I strongly think the glitter token will do what DUSK is doing, and that is trending up or being stable. I don't know with certainty, but it's just a hunch. It's just a hunch. Now, real quick, if you stayed this long, all the links are down below. You can find my Discord, and you can find all the MillionOnMars content, their Discord, their official links and things like that. There's also going to be a link to the game if you want to sign up. It is a referral code, and it does help me out a little bit, which is cool. But it's not like massive and overpowered or anything like that. But if you need help within the game, jump in my Discord, ask me questions. I have other videos explaining how simple the game is. Yeah, just hit me up and we'll go from there. I strongly believe that not only will this game be one of the best on the Wax blockchain, it will be one of the best on the Solana blockchain as well. If you don't believe me, I'll talk to you later in 3 months and we'll see who's right. So again, bringing you another gem of a game. Take this education for what it's worth. I hope to see you on Mars. I'll catch you in the next one. Deuces.